you just started saying you did a pretty good job.
4 days later, you.
Yeah.
Was it harder than you were expecting, or easier? Or?
I actually found it easier. I kind of forgot about the whole worrying about exactly what to say and just was talking about it.
I was nervous at first, but then I kind of got more into it as I went talking.
I think it went well. Really, once we get talking about it, it's easy because it's something we love, and it's easy to talk about that. Stuff you like is something you like sharing with other people. So, it went well.
What did you think about the questions? Did you get any interesting questions? What did you think about the audience reaction?
Some of the questions were kind of unexpected. Some of them are like, I don't know, I'll try and answer your question. Because some of the stuff we hadn't really thought about. But having people ask questions that go, oh, okay, that's a great idea, let's go and improve it on this. Questions are only to our benefit.
This is really great. They did take your stuff.
Cool. Anything else about how it went? Like, you glad it's over?
Yeah, I was really surprised that some people in the back, they actually wanted to buy it. They were like oh my gosh, it was really cool. It's a great experience.
Yeah, you're glad you did it. Now it's
Yes.
The hard part over with.
Yeah.
And now here's hoping the best. We'll see how the judges turn us out against everybody else.
Okay. Okay, so here it is. You're done with your presentation. How'd it go?
It was great. Yeah. It was good. It was good. I think we did good.
It went really well. There was only one flaw. The 3D system that we brought in there was it didn't work at first, and it happens every now and then. And we knew what the problem was. We knew it would take too long to reset, so we decided to go without it, and we brought it out here to display. But overall, it went great.
Yeah.
What was it? Did it go the way you were expecting? Otherwise, I mean.
Better. Better. Much better.
We weren't expecting as much attention as we got.
Yeah.
We got a lot of the judges to come out here, and we demonstrated out here what our EVROV could do, and their 3D vision system.
Why else? Why was it better? Why do you
When we practiced, we kind of messed up every once in a while, and it felt like, oh, we're never gonna get it right. And then when we came out here, it's just perfect. It was very natural. Great, natural.
Everyone showed a lot of interest in the EVRV and the 3D system. The two combined, I think we made a real big crowd. A lot of people had questions. People were laughing, smiling, so they looked like they enjoyed our presentation. That was the main goal of the whole thing.
Were you nervous when you were actually up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before.
Before, yeah.
Before I was nervous, and then up there I was like a little less.
Good. And what kinds of questions did you get, and were you surprised by them, or were they good questions?
Something about woman hours?
That was a big surprise.
How many woman hours it took? And we're like, okay, man hours? About 800.
Some of the questions were like, how much do you think it will cost to actually do the research and development? And a lot of those questions are kind of hard to answer because, for one, we don't have the components we'll probably be using. And for two, we don't know how, we've never been in space, and we don't know how many times we're going to have to destroy an EVRV in order to get to the point where we can actually sell it. So we just explained that to them, and I think for the most part the judges were, they thought the answers were adequate at least.
Yeah.
Good. One guy, I think, offered to buy one on the spot. Right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that? Tell me what he said.
He said, do you take debit? And they were like, okay, and you won't buy her.
We're like, all right, this is good. We're on the right track.
Good. So how do you feel about your chances to win it?
For the things that were in our control, like the presentation, I think it went really well. We saw a few presentations, and I think we had more questions than most. So I think they showed a little more interest in ours. So hopefully we rise above the rest, and I think we will.
Good. So what are you doing? What do you do now?
Well,
we're just displaying everything right now, and we're just gonna hang
Yeah,
out.
actually, let me back up. So the 3D didn't work in there. Tell me about what happened and what you came out here and did, and how people reacted to it.
So the 3D system has 2 LCD monitors on there. We're running extended desktop on the Windows app and the Windows OS. So what happened was the secondary desktop was not being recognized, and that's been an error we've had like every now and then. Like every time, like at 1 out of every 10 times we start up, it happens. So we knew it was a problem. We had to reboot, and we knew we didn't have that much time because they were telling us that we had to go already, and we haven't even asked questions. So we decided that we'll just let everyone know that we're going to be out here in the hallway. So if they have any questions, they can come out and talk to us. And we presented the EVROV.
It was a big crowd too, so it was really nice. A lot of people showed interest.
And what'd you do when they came out here?
We just demonstrated our EVROV with all the nozzles and stuff and played some real-time video on the 3D box as well. We got to see themselves in 3D. Yeah, thought it was pretty neat.
At first, the person looks real confused because at first it is double image when you put the glasses on. But then give it about 20-30 seconds and the eyes adjust, and then people are just amazed by it because they've never seen real-time 3D. And the depth of field's amazing.
Tell me if you guys saw, well, what do you think the effect is of having, like, a big prototype that you brought with you? I don't know, you've seen some of the other teams, like, you obviously put a lot of work into building this thing. Do you think actually building a prototype was important and worth the time, or, you know, that's sort of different from some other projects?
Building a prototype is not only fun, but it gives something for the judges to see and actually physically look at. So it gives another perspective for them.
It made a great impact on the presentation. Yeah, they're impressed that we took the time to build an actual prototype, and so they can see it more in depth and they can actually visualize what we're trying to tell them.
Good. Okay. Anything else? You know, now you're thinking back on the whole thing before you find out the end results. How's it been? How's the whole experience been?
Awesome. Completely different than what we usually do, but it was a lot of fun.
It's been a great competition just because we get to see how real NASA engineers actually work. Like we got a tour of the cryogenic lab, and that was awesome. I mean, their lab looks just like our lab, so that's encouraging. So if we go away with nothing but that, then it'd be worth it.
Great. Okay.
Correct. Things like that.
The biggest challenge again they have is, you know, sometimes individuals make mistakes and which may create damage. So if the accuracy of the operation is good, and perhaps even you can pre-train, because all the space station is, you know, for example, or the shuttle, it's a predefined area and everything is in its place, and they have exact duplicates of it on Earth. So if we can pre-program a mission that they would do, go make a repair, and it's all pre-programmed, and you can try it several times, then it would increase the accuracy and definitely will be.
In order to achieve the zero gravity, you'd have to do it underwater, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and which would be, the movements would be kind of dampened just because it's thicker, more viscous.
The forces, the magnitude of the forces would
Have to be
different,
stronger.
but I think all the concepts would be the same. The application of the forces should be the same.
But beside that, I think the whole 3D control piece of this, if it can be applied to the existing cars, that also will open up new doors for more robotic arm operators and more accuracy and ease of operation.
So right now the robotic arm just uses a camera, like at the tip of it?
It's several cameras from different angles, so you have to switch between different cameras to understand where you want what to do. So it's almost, they practice it so many times that it's provides a lot of the movement they can perform it in a way. But so I think this, if it can give them a feeling of actually operating something and the controls match the movement in an intuitive manner, I think that will be a very useful tool.
It's hard to imagine yourself on when you're not in the control.
Yeah.
So I can see how that would be very different.
When you look at it, because you're looking at on a 2D several screens from different angles, understanding it completely, it's hard.
And there are places that arm can't go on the shuttle.
Yes, I was actually at Dutch Space
organization in Netherlands, and they have developed a new arm that they're hoping to launch soon.